In our previous tutorials, we have already discussed about list and tuple. Now we'll understand about set. The advantage of set it is a unordered, means at a particular order the data will not be returned, and it is unindexed, means we cannot access any positional element by position 1, 2, 3 like that. And another main reason is index will set will not allow you duplicate data. It will not accept. Let us declare a set and see how it's a constructor we have used and declared this variable my set is a set. Now let us check it once by using type. What is the data type? My set. Now this is the variable, so let us see it. So it's a blank set we have created. Yeah, the data type is set. Now we can create a set using some data. Now let us create by taking some string data. So it starts with a curl bracket. Now let us say lx1. Now one more, and let's go to, let's add one more. Okay, now I am printing my set. This we can see it has printed the values of our set. We will understand how to display all by looping and different methods applicable to the set. We will display all the elements by looping. Now this is our set for I in my set print I. Now you can see that will display all the elements. We can search for presence of an element by using in keyword. This is our set. Now we can say if, let's say, John in my set print available, else we will say print not available. Let's run this. Now because John is there, we will get it available. Now let us change it to Ron. We will get it not available. Let's see that not available. We'll discuss about the available methods in our set, but there are many set operations like union, intersection, difference, symmetric difference. We'll discuss it in our part 2 of this tutorial. We'll first let us start with adding a element to our set. Let us say my set is curl brackets. I am declaring a simple set only. I have some few elements. Let's say C. It's not in any particular order. Fine. Now I will use the add method to add one element. Now let us say my set dot add. Now this method, let us add a D here. Now we'll print my set. Now in this way we are adding one element to our set. So it's A C A B, okay, D C A B. Now this is how we have added. Now let us see what happens if we add one element which is already there. Now we know that set cannot accept a duplicate element, or it will not. We can't add the same element again. Now let us see B is already there. We are adding it again. We can see that it will not generate any error, but it will not add a B again because it won't accept any duplicate element. By using update method, we can add any elements of a iterable object to a existing set. Let's try now. We'll take it. Fine. We'll remove this. We'll take another set. My set 2 equal to, let's say, Y, X, Z. Okay. Now we'll update it. Now my set dot update. Now my set 2 is another iterable object. We are all adding it to here. So let's see all the elements will be how it will be added to our original set. So you can see XYZ CAB. So it is now my set. The second set is added to it. We'll add a string now. For a string is also a iterable object. So let us add. Now let's say my str, let's say one string we have taken. Now will my set update my str. Now all the elements of our string will be added to our set. Now let's see, you can see that all the elements are added to it. Similarly, let us add one list to it. Now let us take, or any iterable object we can add by using update. Now this is, let's say, let us go here, create one list. I have started. Okay, now let me take some elements here, x, y, let's say z. This is a list we have taken. Now we will add this list, or all the elements of this list will be added. So you can see now, sorry, one quote I missed. You can see that elements of the list is added to our set now. Similarly, we can add a tuple also. Let's copy this code, we'll change it to tuple. So set is there, my, let us make a tuple here, and sorry, tuple. Now I will add. Now basic difference between a update and add is, add we are adding able to one element only. By adding using update, we can add all the elements of any iterable object. We can't add all the elements by using simple add. You can see we have used a tuple. Now all the elements of this tuple is added to our set. By using clear method, we can remove all the elements. So now we'll use the clear method, my set clear. Fine. Now let us print and see all the elements will be cleared only. We can create a copy of the set by using copy method. So let's see it here, my one more set we are creating, my set 2 is equal to my set copy. Now we'll print the new set here. So let's see how the output. Yeah, we have created another set. By using discard method, we can remove any element of our set. So let's try that. Now this will take a one input. Here is our set. Now discard. Let's remove the C element. Now here it is my set. Now let's run and see this. Yeah, one element we have removed. Now let us say what happens if we try to remove a element which is not there in our list. Now let us say we are trying D. D is not there in our set. So let us try to remove this element. It will not give any error. Then that is the difference between remove and discard. Because this element is not there, it will not generate any error. But if you, in this place, if you use remove, then it will generate error. We'll see that. By using remove, we can remove any element. But here is the difference is, in place of discard, if you are using remove, we must be sure that the element must be present, what you are removing. Now here in this case, it is same as discard because C is present there. So this element will be removed from the set. Fine. Now let us try what happens if we try to remove one element which is not there. Now we are removing. Now let us say D I am putting. D is not a part of the set. So let's see what happens. Now this will generate error because that is the basic difference between remove and discard. We can use pop method to remove random element. It is not any element we want. We will simply say pop method. Now here we are not specifying what you want to remove, and this method will return also the removed element. So we can print that also. We will do that now. Now after removal, we will print the set. Now let's see how it works. You can see the C is removed and A and B, the balance elements are printed. Now we can now further remove it and remove all the elements, but while removing all the elements, it is better to use the clear method than remove for one by one element. But let us, we can, as an experiment, we can try that code which will use to remove one by one. Now let us say while len my set, it's not equal to 0, so we will put it as while len my set is not equal to 0, so we will go per colon. Now one element we are removing, my set, fine. Now let us see, okay, we will give some description here, removed element, fine. Now let us, this will remove all the elements within a loop. You can see it is, but it is better to, when you are planning to remove all the elements, it is better to use clear. So it is for while length is not 0, that means first x is removed, x is printed, removed element, then the set is printed, and finally the blank set is printed. We will check isdisjoint method. This method will return true when two sets are not having any common element. Now let us take another set. We will see, we will put a x, y, let us say z. So there is no common element. So if I will print now my set dot is disjoint, now I will give my set 2. So there is no common element, so it is disjointed. So is disjoint will return me true. Let us see what is the output. Yeah, it is true. Now if there is a common element, now then it will be returning me false. Now let us see, I have added one common element, x is the common element, so it is no more disjointed. So let us see what the output is. It is false. We will check now each subset. So this will return true if one is subset of the other. So now let us check my set 2 is subset, my set 2 is subset of, if it is my set. Now you can see we have intentionally kept xyz here, so this should return us the value as true. Let's see what it returns. It has returned true. Now if we can make it false also by adding one more element, we'll add one element which is not present in my set. So in this case, now it will become false. Now that is how each subset works. Now let us understand one more in this group of subsets. So that is each superset. Now each superset, now let us say 1 and 2, we will set 2 here and remove this element. Now this will become true now, because my set is the superset of my set 2, because all the elements of my set 2 is present in my set. So this is returns true. Now let us say we will remove one element from here. Let's say we have removed z element. So it should be no more a superset. So now it should return false. Fine. Now this we have seen all the methods. In the next part, we will see our set operation like union and subtract, disjoint, all those we will be seeing in our part 2 of the set.